Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetshoes.com, and today we are going to do a quick hands-on comparison of the HTC One M8 and the iPhone 5. We have the iPhone 5 over here and we have the HTC One M8 over here. Both of these devices are available with us as of now in the silver color variant. As you can see, we have the HTC One M8 in the silver color and we have the iPhone 5 in the silver one as well. So again, in terms of the build quality is definitely good on iPhone 5, but it has become much better and much premium in terms of the look and feel on the HTC One M8. This device is looking much better in terms of the overall look and feel. It has got metal at the back side, which is actually aluminum, and again on iPhone 5 as well you have aluminum. Both of them are pretty good and pretty premium in terms of the build quality. The size of display on HTC One M8 is 5-inch, whereas this one is 4-inch. So definitely you can see the size comparison. HTC One M8 is definitely a bigger phone as compared to an iPhone 5, and this is something which you can easily notice, and you can actually do the size comparison. As far as connectivity and ports are concerned, you have the 8-pin connector jack, micro USB port over here on the HTC One M8. You have the 3.5 audio jack over here, 3.5 audio jack over here, and on this side we have the volume buttons and we have the power silent button as well. On this device, on the HTC One 8, we have the SIM card tray slot which will accept a nano SIM. And one thing similar in between the iPhone 5 and the HTC One M8 is that you have the nano SIM support on both of these phones, so both of them will support nano SIM. In case you want to switch from an iPhone 5 to an HTC One M8, you can easily do that because again the SIM card remains the same. You do have an additional IR blaster on this device, whereas you do not have an IR blaster on the iPhone 5. You have the power and sleep key over here, which is metal. Again, the power sleep key on the HTC One M8 is actually not metal, it is actually plastic. And again, this part of the phone is only the part which is actually made up of plastic. Everything else is actually made up of metal on the HTC One M8. On the front as well, you will see metal over here. Over here as well you will see metal, and the back side you have metal as well. And again, this device is slightly heavier in terms of the weight as compared to the iPhone 5, and this is something you can easily note it. But again, you have an additional depth sensor on the HTC One M8, whereas you do not have that kind of a sensor on iPhone 5. And with this depth sensor you can actually refocus the photos after taking them, so you don't have to actually worry about the photo which you are taking from the phone. You can refocus them later, and we have actually demonstrated that in a different video during the quick hands-on review of this device. When it comes to the flash, you have dual color true tone LED flash on this device, which will give you better photos with flash on the HTC One M8 as compared to iPhone 5, which has an LED flash. And again, when we talk about the camera is an 8 megapixel camera over here, where we have two 4 megapixel camera, two dual 4 megapixel cameras on this device. As far as the build quality is concerned, build quality is quite premium on both of these phones. HTC One looks slightly better in terms of the overall finishing of the material which we have seen, and iPhone 5 also looks good. At the bottom you can see the comparison. The iPhone only has a single speaker, whereas the HTC One M8 has dual speakers. As you can see, the sound is quite louder on the HTC One M8 as compared to an iPhone 5, which we can easily notice. The front camera on this device is a 5 megapixel, whereas this one is slightly lesser. I'm not sure about the exact specification of the front camera of the iPhone 5. And as far as the physical home button is concerned, you have a physical home button on this one, whereas you have touch capacitive button which are actually within the display on the HTC One M8 as compared to iPhone 5. In terms of the thickness comparison, we can take a look. HTC One M8 and iPhone 5 almost feels the same kind of thickness which we have on both of these phones. Again, we cannot confirm as of now the thickness of the iPhone 5 or the HTC One because I do not have that data with me, but again they look fairly thin in terms of comparison. But again, when we take a look over the HTC One M8, HTC One M8 has kind of a metal finish or metal at the backside with curved back. So curved back which we have on this phone, which will actually give you much better grip. But again, on iPhone 5 this is smaller in terms of the display size, so you can easily hold this phone as well in hand without any issues. But again, on the newer iPhone 5 you will not feel like that. But HTC One M8, even when it has 5-inch of display, it is quite good phone to hold in one hand. It is quite good in terms of the overall form factor. You won't feel the weight of this device. The weight of this device is around 160 grams, which is definitely heavier as compared to an iPhone 5. But in terms of the build quality, it competes with an iPhone 5 to a high level, and it actually is very near in terms of the build quality. If you compare it with iPhone 5. The camera is enhanced. It has a much better camera with depth sensor, whereas you do not have those technologies on the iPhone 5 as of now. As far as the front is concerned, the front camera is also better on the HTC One M8. Everything looks like much better. Again, HTC One M8 is a younger generation device and iPhone 5 is a much older device, but in comparison, HTC One M8 is much better than an iPhone 5 as of now. So if you want to choose a very good smartphone in the market, a premium smartphone which should look premium, which should have some premium features, which should have a great camera, a great build quality, I would recommend you to go for HTC One M8 as of now, not for an iPhone 5. Maybe you can wait for the new iPhone which will come to the market very soon, but as of now, the phone which wins this competition is the HTC One in terms of build quality. In terms of camera as well, it is pretty good. However, we have not compared the camera samples on both of these ones. We will do that once we do the full review, but looks like this one has a much better camera as compared to the HTC One which we have seen earlier. The low light shots are also good, the daylight shots are also good. Everything is just so good on this device. Build quality is good, the front camera is good, you have dual loudspeaker, you have better quality of sound, better loudness of sound comes out from the device, and again the overall form factor of this device is also good, even when it is much larger as compared to an iPhone 5. So in all, I would like to say that both of these phones are good in terms of build quality. HTC One M8 is much more premium, even if I compare it right now with an iPhone 5, and that is something which I can say without in an unbiased way, because the kind of build quality you have, the kind of form factor you have on this device is definitely good with such a big display which this device has, whereas the iPhone 5 is also decent. So do let us know what do you think about the comparison between HTC One M8 and the iPhone 5. If you have any specific question, you can leave them in the comment section below. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.